Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have another wax haul, but this one's a bit different. It's from Esty, and this is my first time buying from an Esty vendor, and this vendor is called Pretty Candles and Melts. She's a UK vendor, as you can probably tell just from my accent alone. And I've been watching so many like wax hauls and collections, but they're all from the US, so I've been struggling to find UK based vendors. I found an Instagram that's been really helpful, which I'll link below, but through that I found this vendor. I have to say I've used one of them and I'm very impressed with everything I've got. I just got a few things to try, but what made me order from her is for her Lush scents. Now, as you know, I do make a lot of my own Lush candles and tarts, so now I know how to make my own. I am a bit hesitant to buy them from other sellers, but she had a scent that I hadn't been able to find in the oils I use, so that's why I purchased from her. So I'm going to start off with that, and this is Up the High Street, which is basically a dupe of the Lush 29 High Street scent, which is basically meant to smell like a signature Lush shop if you were to walk into a store. And these are like wax cubes, so there are green, yellow and orange, so those are what they look like. And I don't know if you can see, they have glitter on the top as well, which is a really pretty touch. I've used these once. I used about 6 in my wax melter, and the scent on these is really strong. There's a really good scent throw. The only other 29 High Street scent I have to compare it to is this wash card from Lush in the 29 High Street scent. They are very similar, but they're not exact. This one does smell stronger. It has much more of a, I think it's a lang-a-lang, or however you pronounce it. I think this one has more of that note. So this is like the 29 High Street, but it's not exact. However, I think if you were to smell them separately, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So I am definitely going to repurchase these when I use them up. They are really good. And this was £2.95 for this big jar. And I also like the packaging of all of her products. They look very professional, like she has her Facebook, her Etsy and her Instagram on them. I really like this vendor. And then I'll stick with the other Lush item I've got. And what I like about this is she also included a sample, which, bearing in mind I didn't spend a massive amount of money, I thought was a really sweet touch. So this is a sample of Duvet Day, which is her version of Lush The Comforter. And as you can see, it's just chunks of wax and these are glittery. This smells exactly like the Comforter. I compared this to my Comforter scent oil that I have, and they smell exactly the same. So if you are looking for a Lush Comforter scented product, I'd really recommend this. I'm definitely going to use this. And although I said that I no longer try and buy Lush scented wax melts because I make them myself, I think it's basically going to cost me the same amount of money anyway to buy it from a vendor than to make it myself. And obviously the vendor's ones are a lot better looking than mine. Mine look quite messy and horrible. I could never make anything look as pretty as these sort of things here. So I might just buy from vendors from now on rather than making my own. And also that way I don't have all of the mess and clear up. And then the next thing I got was one of her kind of like wax bars. And this is in Pina Colada, which is obviously pineapple and coconut. This was £1.95. It's a decent sized bar, and I haven't actually opened this yet because I wanted it to look all nice and pretty for the video. And again, she's packaged everything really well as well. And so that is what the bar looks like. I haven't even smelt this yet, but just by taking it out of the packaging, I can already smell the Pina Colada. I'm just going to take this off. And so that's what the bar looks like. It also has chunks of glitter on it as well, which I think is a really pretty touch. This smells absolutely amazing. It smells exactly like how a Pina Colada smells, so can't wait to use that. And like I said, this was £1.95, and when I work out the cost of buying the wax myself to the oils I would use, it basically works out the same, and this is much prettier than anything I could ever make. So I think I am just going to stick to buying from vendors from now on. And then the last thing I got was one of her chocolate fudge wax melt tarts, because I wanted something chocolatey, and this looked so pretty. That's another thing that's kind of drawn me into the Etsy kind of vendors, is how pretty some of the designs they make are. So this is basically meant to be a chocolate fudge cake. I'll just show you what the label says as well if you want to pause it and read it. And this smells absolutely amazing, and that's what it looks like. It's so pretty. And I think these are real sprinkles on top. So if you can see, if I can get it to focus, it's basically a bar of chocolate on cream, and then you've got a layer of what I presume is meant to be fudge, and then chocolate. And this smells so good, and you can definitely smell the different notes. And even through the packaging, I could smell that this was fudge and this was chocolate, and I believe this is cream on the top as well. I think I'm going to do a melt demo on this. As I mentioned before, I like doing product demos videos on my channel. I've done a few Lush ones in the past, but because this is so pretty, I think I'm going to do like a time lapse of it melting. So as and when I make that, I will link that below, because this is so pretty, and it's actually like melting in my hands. It's that creamy. So I'm just going to put this away. So that was my haul from Pretty Candle and Melt. I would really recommend this scent. Like I said, I haven't used any of these products yet, but just from first impressions from the smell, I am really impressed, especially if you do want to try some Lush products. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.